Since the day I saw the trailer of teaser of Ma Behen, the first announcement, official announcement by Netflix that we are bringing in for all of you a story based on the quirky nature of a mother and her two daughters, Jaya and Sushma, played by Triptii Dimri, and her name I always forget, and I am sorry for that. Dharna Durga. I am sorry, I'll not forget it again. Miss Dharna Durga, Tripti Dimri, and Madhuri Dixit. I was excited because yes, we have seen this chaotic murder night or mystery murder and the chaos followed by it story before, but this premise that they are showcasing that this is a single mother and these are two daughters of her who are in constant battle with each other. How do this trio handles this situation intrigued curiosity in me since the first glimpse. Then I saw the trailer where we saw Ravi Kishan playing a prominent role in it as well. Most probably antagonist or protagonist, it wasn't clear. And Ravi Kishan's character was going to be the person who was supposedly murdered by Madhuri Dixit or someone in her house. And from there the chaos follows. How are they going to hide the body? What are they going to do about it? Then the police inspector's character comes in, who has a crush on Tripti Dimri's character Jaya, and how are they going to handle all of this chaos and somehow manage to bring themselves out of it was going to be the main premise of it, seeing from the trailer. And here I am trying to keep it as vague as possible because you may think that you have most probably seen the whole story in the movie, so in the trailer. You have maybe seen the whole story, whole premise in the trailer, whole plot line in the trailer. Now all the anticipation and the climax is left only. But trust me, this movie is like an onion that has multiple layers and you have to keep peeling it one after another. And I am very happy to say that the layering of this movie, the layering that they have made with multiple perspective of this trio from different persons point of view, is very not only intriguing but also gives us a perspective about society as well. This is me not trying to spoil the movie for you and somehow trying to give you an analysis about what the movie is actually about. What the movie is actually about. In our society, living as a woman is already a hardship on its own. If you're a single woman, if you're a bachelor, if you're studying here as a bachelor or working here as a bachelor, it is already hard for you. Then imagine that you are a single mother raising two kids all by yourself, and you are the main money maker of your house as well, and you are running your house, you are feeding your children, you are educating them, and then one of your children, one of your daughter marries off, and you are still managing the other daughter while still managing the house and everything else as well. Imagine the kind of hardship that a woman has to go through for that. Now along with that, whenever we see a woman in our society who is not according to the norms, who doesn't fit according to the norms of our society, for someone who is very outspoken, who is a little bold about her fashion choices, who works late shift, or who works with male colleagues a lot, every time there is a certain anomaly in the norms of our so-called society, the woman has to go through a lot of interrogation for it. The woman has to go through a lot of uncalled for harassment, vocal harassment for it. And it is very common in our households as well. If you observe, if you pay attention to it, every now and then you'll hear gossip in your own household about a certain woman, about a certain girl, about where she went, or who she has been with, or what she has done, or where she is going, or where she is studying, either she is studying or not, or where she is doing the job, or who she is doing the job with. There is a rumor that there are a lot of male colleagues in her job. There is a rumor about that a female is dating one of her colleague, or a female is dating one of her classmate, colleague, or this or that. every time the life of a woman tries to stable itself in a way, the life of a woman tries to put its train in a railway track and tries to navigate its route in as straight manner as possible, in as calm manner as possible. A barrage of such rumors, comments, and harassment, bullying always keeps coming through at them. This particular segment of society, this particular element of society that we don't talk about, but is we don't like to talk about it, but is actually present in us, among us, is presented very nuanced way in this movie. The movie constantly keeps shifting from the introduction of all these three characters. First we are introduced to Dharna Durga's character, then we are introduced to Jaya's character, ultimately we are being introduced to Madhuri Dixit's character, and you are thinking, okay, the way they are introduced, they are not introduced in a very positive way. Okay, every time they are introduced, they are something about their character, some flaws about their character are always presented. Flaws in the so-called manner, as I said, flaws that are flaws according to the society, and you are always constantly trying to judge. You are also constantly trying to figure out either whatever the narrator is saying about them, is it actually true, because the visuals are showing that they are constantly in trouble. They are constantly getting into chaos, constantly getting into trouble with whoever they are dealing with, be it the husband of Jaya, be it the husband of Triptii Dimri's character, or be it the landowner of Madhuri Dixit's house, and or whoever it is. They are constantly running into trouble from every one of them. They are constantly being harassed, they are constantly being bullied. They are the way Triptii Dimri's character handles her household, handles her in-laws household, is brilliantly showcased, and the husband of Triptii Dimri is also a masterpiece of a character. So every time you are seeing them, they are always in a kind of a trouble, and you are feeling a little sense of sympathy for them. But at the same time, the narration keeps going on and is constantly feeding you this negative perspective about them, that this character that you are seeing is not actually a good character. These characters are shameless, have a lot of negative traits in them. And then you are trying to figure out what is actually true. Is the narrator reliable or not reliable? Is what I am seeing the actual truth or not? And then slowly, steadily, everything unravels, and as I said, it is like an onion, and you just keep revealing one after another. And as I said, this element of society that always keeps the women of our society on edge, always keeps judging them for whatever they do, whatever costume choices they make, whatever career choices they make, or whoever they are working with, where they are working. Is it close to home? Is it far from home? Is there a lot of male colleague in the job? Is there no male colleague in the job? Is she with someone? Is she not with someone? Every time, everything that a woman is constantly, either she wants to be in it or not, she is always a topic of gossip among all the people of our society. And that creating a point of view about a woman from that gossip alone is so toxic, is so diabolical in a way for that woman itself. That is the element that is showcased brilliantly. I am fumbling too much today, but whatever. Brilliantly in this movie. Coming to the performances, and I have to admit, this movie works so well for me because the main trio and their performances. Madhuri Dixit as the mother, who has been dealing with all of this throughout her life. She has a lot of past trauma, but she doesn't try to put that trauma out in front of her daughter or make them go through the same trauma that she did. She holds back a lot of those emotions. But as I said, all the gossips, all the talks about that woman that you constantly keep hearing from other people, not knowing the truth, You don't care about the truth. When a lie is told 1,000 times in front of you, you start to believe that lie itself, and the truth doesn't matter. Even if it's in front of you, it doesn't matter anymore. So when such lies are told about such characters in front of you, manipulated lies told in front of you against these characters, to create a illusion, create a charade, to get the means that you want against such characters, it becomes hard to believe what is true and what is not. And that is what Madhuri Dixit's character goes throughout the whole movie. Triptii Dimri's character and Dharna Durga's character as well, they also go through that the whole movie. And all of this are going on, and they are having their own banter between them. Triptii Dimri and Dharna Durga, they are stepsisters, by the way. So they constantly battling with them. This mother, who is having her own meltdown, having to control them and having to control the household, having to control the chaos in order in general. And then comes in the son-in-law, the husband of Triptii Dimri in the movie, and he also creating so many diabolical situations that makes them helpless, but yet they have to do whatever needs to be done at that moment. And it is so fun to watch. So all the chaos, all the kind of shit that they go through, and the kind of reaction that brings all those chaos brings out of them, is genuinely fun to watch. It is one of those movies that is dark, is giving us commentary on our society, but in a very subtle way. And all of the funny moments that are coming from it are not moments that are created to generate laughter. No, they are genuine chaos, in the kind of chaos that we used to see in Priyadarshan's movie, in early movies like like Dhol and Dhamal, where the characters are constantly agitated. Oh, they have no idea, no control over the situation, what is going to happen, and how are they going to control it. That is the kind of chaos that is constantly running in Ma Behen. And and they are constantly fumbling. They have no idea how to do, what to do. And the writing, after so long, I have to say, I have seen a movie that handles its comedy with utmost care. The writing is smart. The writing has a lot of nuanced layer, and all the characters have their own purposes. Madhuri Dixit's character has her own layering, Tripti's character has her own layering, and Sushma's character as well. All of them going through a lot of hell, the illusion due to the charade that the society has created around them, and then still holding on to their identity, still trying to hold on to whatever they can. And then the inspector's character, but the most highlight of them all was the wife of Ravi Kishan's character, and legendary actress, and again created some of the most funny situations in the movie. And Triptii Dimri, Madhuri Dixit are actually good comedy actresses. They handled this movie with such maturity, handled all the situations with such, the controlled chaos that they brought in was brilliant to watch. I had very much fun watching this movie, and as the movie ended, there was a genuine smile in my face. I liked the movie. Most of the movie is centered around the house of Madhuri Dixit. All of it happens in there, as we saw in the trailer as well. And the dynamics between these three is what carries the story in their own shoulder. And it is a fun watch. After a long time, I had a fun time watching a movie, and the comedy landed for me, the chaos landed for me, and the layering, the subtle messaging that the movie gave through those layering of information, layering of suspense, and layering of misinformation and information, both colliding with each other, and then all of us having to figure out what is the actual truth, was genuinely fun to watch. It made my brain run for a while. So that was my point of view about Ma Behen, the movie. I enjoyed it. If you have seen it, make sure to comment down below what are your feelings about it. And if you haven't yet, subscribe to Amlan Rexo.